Hey, how's it going everybody? ScottDogGaming here. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we're about to start playing a new Football Manager. Now, I know we've got a couple ongoing already. This one I wanted to be a little bit different. So the two we've got at the moment, we started unemployed, went to a couple of different clubs, and we're progressing through that. The other one was the lower leagues of English football. So the whole English football pyramid, and we're trying to work our way through the leagues in that one. This one's slightly different. So this one I have chosen a club to start at, and the club I've chosen is 1860 Munich. Now the reason for that is that they're in the shadow, I guess, of the one successful, the major successful club in Munich, and probably the most successful club, or what looks like being one of the most successful clubs in footballing history. And more importantly, probably one of the best teams at this moment in time, obviously Munich. So I thought I'd give it a go. They're in the Bundesliga 2, so it's a bit of a challenge. We're going to have to try and finish in the promotion zone, and then push it up and try and take on the might of Bayern Munich in the next league. And what's interesting about it is that we actually share the ground with Bayern Munich. Now I think they had to sell the ground fairly recently because of financial difficulties. So I find that the whole thing quite interesting, that they're two major clubs sharing a ground. It's disappointing obviously for 1860 that they slipped down the leagues, but there they are. They're in the lower leagues, but it's a massive club. And it's a big club to build on. So having a look at the finances here, I mean, they've got a projected balance of very little, but at the same time, they've got £6 million in the bank. They're worth a huge amount of money. I think it's, looking at the screens before, it's like they're worth like £26 million or so, which for a club that's in the second league is huge. Having a look at the history, obviously, as you can see, they've had a massive slide down the leagues. They've won the Bundesliga once. They've had a massive history, and it's just a shame, I guess, that they've slipped down the leagues. Now this is huge, as you can see here. This is a major problem, that they've now had to sell the stadium, and they're now paying £3.3 million a year in rent for the stadium. But as you can see, obviously, if you can get into the league and get that attendance up, it's going to be a massive thing. So I'm looking forward to it. It's hopefully we can do a good job. Hopefully we can push on and do some good here. That's the plan anyway. So let's have a little look at the squad. We'll use the work the space view, because that tends to give you and most of the mods that you see in my games are available on the Steam Workshop. Very rarely do I do anything that isn't from the Steam Workshop. However, I have done a couple of things. Let's just go to the Arsenal team, because there are a couple of things that you will see that I've done a difference. So first off, we've got the badges and the kits in, and the faces. Hadn't done that up until now, so they should appear in the other Let's Plays that I've got. So that's cool. The other thing that we have is added a mod that I will put a link in the description. I can't recall what it's called right now. It's something like major leagues or mega leagues, and what that's done is that's meant that, other than France, we'll come to France in a second, that you can pretty much add any league in Europe, or Asia, or Oceania, or South America. As you can see, there's a massive amount of leagues that we could have been in, and I toyed with being a team from Malta or Luxembourg or something like that, and trying to get them into Europe and all the rest of it. But this then sort of took my fancy. The more I thought about it, the more I thought, it's about coming out of the shadows, and that's something that I quite like the idea of. So that's what we've done. Now, weirdly, there is an issue with this, that France are not available. So I don't know what that has happened to all the French teams and all the French players. But you know what? We're not going to worry about it. We're just going to get underway and see what happens. So going back to the squad, looking at what we've got. Got a mixture, a lot of Spanish players in here. And a few South Americans. Let's have a little look. Is Rodri? Nobody wants Rodri, which is good news. Yeah, let's just crack on and get on with the usual stuff. The press conferences, meet the director and the chairman and all the rest of those things, and the backroom staff, and see what happens. So, Gerhard Meyerhofer. Yes, we'd like to attend your meeting. Oh, hi Gerhard. Great, let's get this meeting started. We're obviously a club with a lot of history. The fans really appreciate it when a new manager is appointed, has taken the time to increase their knowledge. It sounds like a great idea. I'd love to learn more. So we've got a wage budget of 200k and a transfer budget of 210k. Yeah, they're fine. No philosophies. No, we don't want any philosophies. Great to meet the journalists. There we go. Okay, Colin Benjamin. Oh. Sorry, Colin. Oh well, we won't worry with Colin. We'll just hold a team meeting. So everybody... Oh, Morris Volts. Everybody's relatively pleased. I don't know what my... oh, crap. I don't know what my expectation is. Oh, crap. Okay, so we've got some people on board, some people aren't, but you know what, that has to be the goal, doesn't it, to get up? So tough, really. If you don't like it, you can do one. So Bobby Woody, well, no, just Bobby Wood. He's been here all along. He's one of our supposed stars of the future. He looks quite good, actually, I must say. And one of the things I always find quite difficult is knowing what players sort of fit in to the level of football you're playing. I mean, I don't know anything about the Bundesliga 2. I don't know what kind of level of player I'll be looking at. And obviously with the way the new scouting works, it's very difficult to figure out where these players sort of fit in, if that makes sense. So let's have a look at players with ability. And everybody wants this fella. Championship clubs. Let's get a scout report on him. Who else have we got down here? Okay, we won't worry too much about players coming in for now because we don't really know what our best team is. So could do with a left back from the looks of things. Centre halves don't look too bad. Defensive midfielders look fine. Probably do with a midfielder from the looks of things. I would imagine I'll be playing 4-2-1-2-1. Is that 11 players? 4-2-1-2-1. Yeah. So 4-3-3 essentially. But I might go for two attacking midfield, 2 midfielders and a defensive midfielder. It seems to be working well in the other games, but it does look like we've got potentially better defensive midfielders than we have attacking ones. But yeah, we don't look too bad. I mean, I think potentially our biggest area to strengthen is goalkeeper and maybe left back. So let's continue. We didn't meet any of the people we're supposed to have met, but never mind. I'm sure they'll come along. So they think we should sign in whatever the price. So he's better than what we've currently got at right back, supposedly, but I'm not convinced that's what we need to strengthen. So let's leave that for now. Okay. Do I feel that the ambitions for the club are matched by the chairman? Absolutely. Do you feel your expectations asked of you are realistic? We're aiming high. Still don't know what the expectations are. What made you take the job? I share the philosophical view. Everyone will have the chance to prove themselves. I work best when players at the club feel valued as footballers. League has to be the priority. Well, that seemed to go okay, I think. Didn't it? Oh dear. Oh dear. Broken pelvis for old Morris. It's not good. Schedule. What have we got? We got some friendlies booked in. First game of the season is the 2nd of August, so we've got some time. See if we can get some away fixtures going. Ajax. We'll get 100k if we go and play Ajax, so it feels like it's a worthwhile thing to do. And away again. And it's only Ajax that look like they're going to be bringing in the money for us. So we won't worry about going anywhere else too far away, although we do have quite a lot of time before we get to the next one. So let's send us out to Marseille as well. Super. Okay, so those two friendlies have been accepted and we've got it coming up. Hull offers El Hadji Diouf to us. Well, it can't hurt in scouting him, can it? Him and his chrome car can come and drive around the streets of Munich. We're going to come back to that. I'll probably do the tactics between episodes and then just show you what I've gone for, but at the moment I think I'm going to use very similar to what I've already been set up for. They're not overly impressed by Diouf. However, he is a left back, so we'll get some scouting done on him. And let's just get to the first game and see what happens. I think they're not overly impressed by him. Young goalkeeper that everyone seems to be following. I don't think I'm going to be able to get him either way. Great, glad we signed him. He looks amazing. I'm not sure why these stars go black. I'm not sure if there's some significance in that. So, our first game. Our first game against Ajax is coming up. We'll skip the tactics creator. And I guess I will do this, and the first episode will be us taking on Ajax, and we'll watch the game, see if we can get an idea as to how we play, and then we'll go from there. So thank you very much for joining us. Please let us know what you think of the new series. If you like the idea, anything you want to see, anything you want to do, I'll put the link to the description of the mod that I downloaded, so you guys can take a look for yourself if that's what you want to do. And please hit the like button, subscribe button, follow us on Twitter at ScottDogGaming. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.